Mildred Mitchell Bateman, Black psychiatrist. The director of the West Virginia Department of Mental Health, Mildred Mitchell Bateman, was the first African American executive director in West Virginia. She was also the first black graduate of the Women's Medical College in Pennsylvania. Throughout her career, Mitchell Bateman was influential in increasing the availability and quality of mental health services in West Virginia. She also held a professorship in psychiatry at Marshall University. Mitchell Bateman was born on March 22, 1922, in Cordell, Georgia. She earned her bachelor's degree from Johnson C. Smith University in 1941, and then attended Women's Medical College in Pennsylvania. She was awarded her medical degree in 1946, the first African American to graduate from Women's Medical College. Mitchell Bateman interned at Harlem Hospital for a year after graduation, and then from 1947 to 1948, she worked as staff physician at Larkin State Hospital in West Virginia. From 1951 to 1952, she worked at Larkin as a clinic director. In this time period, she also had a private practice in Philadelphia and studied psychiatry. Mitchell Bateman completed a 3-year residency and fellowship in psychiatry at the Menninger School of Psychiatry in Topeka, Kansas, and she was certified for psychiatric practice in 1957. In 1955, Mitchell Bateman returned to Larkin again as a clinic director. She became superintendent of the clinic in 1958. 2 years later, in 1960, she was given the position of Superintendent of Professional Services for the West Virginia Department of Mental Health, a position she held until 1962. After a short stint as acting director of this department, Mitchell Bateman was given the directorship outright by the end of 1962, a position she held until 1977. She was the first African American to hold such a position in the state of West Virginia. As director, Mitchell Bateman was in charge of services for the mentally ill, as well as the development of mental health treatment and education in West Virginia. She also directed 5 state hospitals. During her tenure as director, local mental health programs increased in number from 4 to 54. Federal spending for mental health in West Virginia also increased as a result of her work. In 1958, federal funds totaled $268,000. By 1968, the total was $6 million. Mitchell Bateman served on committees and commissions related to the position within the state of West Virginia. Mitchell Bateman served on committees and commissions related to this position within the state of West Virginia. They included the Commission on Aging and the Commission on Mental Illness and Mental Retardation. When Mitchell Bateman left her directorship in 1977, she joined Marshall University's School of Medicine as professor and chairman of the Department of Psychiatry. In 1982, she stepped down as department head, but retained her professorship. In 1986, she concurrently held the position as a staff psychiatrist at the Huntington Medical Center in Virginia. Mitchell Bateman was a diplomate of the American Board of Psychiatry, and her undergraduate alma mater, Johnson C. Smith University, awarded her an honorary doctorate of science. In 1991, she was honored with the Warren Williams Distinguished Award by the American Psychiatric Association. She also received a special award from the West Virginia Medical Society. Mitchell Bateman was a trustee of the Menninger Foundation and a member of the Institute of Medicine of the National Academy of Sciences, the American Medical Association, and the American Psychiatric Association. She was vice president of the American Psychiatric Association in 1973. Mitchell Bateman married William L. Bateman and had 2 daughters with him. Citations are in the description.